Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to solve Leetcode problem number 1407 and the problem name is Top Travelers and the problem difficulty level is easy. So let's read the problem statement. Basically we have given two tables, users and rides, and in users table we have two columns, ID and name, where ID is the column with unique values for this table and name is the name of the user. And in rights table we have a id, user id and distance, and id is the column with the unique values for this table and user id is the id of the user who traveled the distance, right? So let's read what we need to find. Write a solution to report the distance traveled by each user. Let's read once more. Write a solution to report the distance traveled by each user, right? So return the result table order by travel distance in descending order, and if two or more users travel the same distance, order them by their name in ascending order. Okay, so if we see the problem statement, like write a solution to find the report the distance traveled by each user. So for every user, first we need to calculate the distance, then we will just order by with the distance in descending order, and if the distance is traveled by the user is the same distance, then we will order by in by the name in ascending order. Okay, so let's read the input table also. We have users table, and in id is like 1 2 3 4 7 13 and 19 is given, and along with the name columns, right? So in rights table we have a id, right id, and we have a user id as well, and the distance traveled by the user. Okay, so in output as we can see here, elvis is total traveling for Elvis is 450 and for Lee is a 450. So how it calculate the like 450? So we can see here like Alice ID is 1, and we can see here Alice ID is 1 here. Okay, and Alice is 120. So 120, and then we have, yeah. So the total no, distance will be for Alice is a 120, right? And we have a second thing, we have for Elvis, you can see here for Elvis. So Elvis ID is 19, right? In rights table we can see the 19 is user id 19 travel the distance 50, and the second time also is traveled is 400, so we calculate the total distance, so it will give the 450. So for we are calculating the total distance by each user. Okay, so here we will apply the group I, and with the aggregations function like a sum. Okay, so now let's approach this problem in our query. Okay, so we have to write a select statement here. Select what? Okay, select name and travel distance. Okay, so select name, select name and distance as traveled distance, right? Travel distance. This will be underscore. From users, from users we can alias this table as a, and we will you can see here like in output we are getting Donald is 0, right? And that means we are calculating the total average for every users. So for every, when we are taking that for every users, so here we will which kind of join we need to apply here. So I'll tell you, we need to join here left join. Why? Because we have to calculate the total distance by every users and users tables. We have to take the first table as, we have to consider the first table as a as A. So we will take the left join here, left join with the table rights as B on A dot ID is equal to B dot user ID, B dot user ID, and we need to calculate the total distance for each user. That we will apply the group by also here, group by B dot user ID or A dot ID, B dot user ID. And because we need to calculate the total distance we need to take, so we can take here, this will be comma, sorry guys, and we'll take sum. Okay, and let's run this query. Okay, so we need to sort the result also. So order by travel distance in descending order. If two or more users travel the same distance, order them by their name. Okay, so first we will apply the order by travel distance in descending order, DSC. Then if the distance is okay, I'm not applying here. Let's see let's run this query. Okay, so we are getting the wrong answer. Let's see why we are getting the wrong answer. First, when I am like in expected output, so first name is Elvis and Lee for 450, but here I'm taking the travel distance 450 450 and Lee and Elvis. So in my case, Lee is the first and Elvis is the second, but in expected output it should be Elvis and Lee. So here apply name will be in ascending order. Okay, now let's again run this query. Okay, so everything is good here now, but we can see in my case Donald is null and Donald should be 0 travel distance. Okay, so what should we do here? So we need to handle the null values. So null will be replaced by 0. So we can apply here if null function also, and we can do the we can apply the case statement here. So case when distance is null, then value should be 0, else value should be the distance as and distance, and end this case statement. Okay, now let's check. It should accept now this query. So yeah, it is accepted for the case given. You can see here my result is the same as the expected one. Now let's submit this query. Let's check every test cases are passed or not. So you can see here 18 by 18 test cases are already passed, and it takes and runs successfully. Okay, so I hope you understand the problem statement with the implementation. Guys, here just one key point here, like what kind of join we need to apply and how we are sorting our result in ascending order or descending order, and handling the null values. So these three are the key points here. So Thank you guys for today, and I'll meet you in the next video with the next problem. Till that, just keep learning and keep growing. Thank you. Bye bye.